So, wir sind bei Skuzzle und besuchen mal Nick.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
I'm Jan from SPS.
I'm Mark.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
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 Nick. Hi.
How you doing?
Fine, fine.
Cool. Yeah.
This is Mark and this is Nick. Nick is the owner.
Yeah, I'm in a bad place right now.
Doesn't help that you start smoking.
No, I haven't. I've had one today. I'm going to have another one in a minute.
Okay, so Nick, shortly introduce you a bit about Skuzzle. So what you're doing here and what is your main business and...
Just having fun, really. Like, honestly, that was the main reason for it, wasn't it?
Okay.
To do something that I love doing.
Okay. What you did before you had Skuzzle?
What didn't I do? So I trained for IT.
Okay.
Started off as sort of network admin, computer programmer, web developer. That just, it was one of those things you kept sort of getting made redundant.
Okay.
So they'd let you go and the next job you'd be paid less than you had before. So got fed up with that. Done a little bit of sign fitting, so going around the country.
Okay.
Most of the Vodafone stores and stuff, putting all their signs up. Yeah, kind of taught me hard graft, but didn't really enjoy it. And I ended up working for a sign firm running all of their CNC gear.
Okay.
So that was quite cool. And it just taught me the love of engineering, really.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that stuck with me through the whole thing was my love of cars and messing around with them. So
Okay.
in the end, I thought, you know what, let's go and...
Why you came out with the MX-5?
I bought one.
Okay.
Bought one, loved it.
Okay.
Just couldn't get enough of the thing, so just had to
Okay, cool.
keep buying.
I think you're also racing with them, or you raced, or...
Yeah, I've done a year in the championship.
Okay.
Did alright with that.
Okay.
And we try and get out of racing as much as we can, but you know, it's not as much as we want.
Okay.
So.
Okay, which kind do you have? Is a race car here?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay, that looks
I've got
nice.
I'm afraid it's a bit of a mess here,
That's no problem.
but that's race car 1 and race car 2.
Okay.
Race car 1 works.
Yeah.
That's just standard 1600.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a championship car.
Okay.
So they've all got to be the same.
Okay.
And that's one more races
So there's...
than any other.
Okay, there is so you cannot do so many crazy stuff to this one.
No, standard engines. You're allowed to skim the head.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay.
Then you've got suspension, the control tyres,
Okay.
and obviously the safety kit.
Okay.
That's basically it.
Okay.
Go racing.
Okay, cool. And what is that here?
That's been built for anything else. So just whatever mad stuff we can do to it, we kind of do.
Okay.
So completely flat floor.
Okay.
Big diffuser at the back. You know, the aero works, which
Okay.
is quite cool. And turbo with about 300 horsepower.
Okay, on a standard engine or?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the problem with it. It lasted one race.
Okay.
And it lasted a test day, but the second time we took it out, we put a rod outside of the block.
Okay. Which block was in there? Was it a NBFL or?
It's just an MB.
Okay.
Yeah,
So a 99 engine?
Yeah, 99.
Okay.
So is it aero standard parts or special custom made?
Oh no, we made it all.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Where you in which competition you can go with that racing in England?
There's quite a lot actually, but most of it's sort of endurance.
Okay.
So the only place we have raced it is Mission Motorsport's Race of Remembrance.
Okay.
They do it at Anglesey every November.
Okay.
So that's a good one, 12-hour race.
Oh, you wanted
Nice.
so wow, crazy. So
Yeah.
300 horsepower MX-5, 12-hour race.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We managed it one year. But
12 hours.
Second year, well, it was a 7-hour race that year, but yeah,
Okay.
we managed to get to the end. Second year we done, was it hour and 45 before the rod come out? In fact, actually, the rod came out of the side and tested.
Okay.
And then the second engine lasted an hour and 45.
Okay.
That one was, yeah, it was an unknown engine really. It had been abused and it was like...
Okay, and do you have transmission coolers or diff coolers in there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, one of each.
Yeah.
6-speed box.
Okay.
And that was our problem the first year. We had a 5-speed in it. And
Yeah.
And yeah, I was driving a stripped third gear, so yeah, not a massive issue, but big enough.
What do you think at the moment is in England the biggest race series? Or you know, we build cars like this also in our shop. So they are. Do want to make it sound bad, but they are backyard built. You know, this is not. You are not. So we are not a manufacturer like Mazda or Suzuki when they are, let's say BMW when they build a car.
Yeah.
So where's the biggest competitive way here in England to use a car like this and be?
Yeah.
Club Enduro 750. They're doing. What is it? 8 races this year. They're all endurance races.
Race, then?
About 2 hours.
So it's
on
endurance.
It's been 2 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. They raced at Spa. They've been in what was the other one? Zandvoort. Yeah. And then they're racing basically all over the UK as well.
Okay.
So that's probably the best event at the minute in the UK, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Otherwise you kind of start with time attack really with something that's modified.
Yeah.
Because the UK motorsport scene is literally, you know, standard cars really, aren't it?
Yeah.
For most stuff.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I asked that question to every guy we were before.
Yeah.
And when I started business, we were remapping engines. WL and RCN is a big race series in Germany.
Yeah.
So it's on the Nordschleife.
Yeah.
They have 8 races, I think. What, Dominic?
RCN?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 and 1 extra.
So 8 races, and when we started our business, there were lots of cars built for that, and you were tuning it, you modifying it, and etc., etc., etc. But now, back in the days, the most people buy a standard car, make a roll cage, and then go off for racing. So this, I would say that engineering, that backyard engineering or a garage building is gone.
Yeah.
So we only see it still in time attack. That's the only thing which is growing in Germany at the moment, and there are lots of people investing, and it's not that expensive. You know, a complete race series is not expensive, and the good thing is when you build a garage built car to go out for a 3 hours race, in 3 hours they get a lot of fucked up in a car. You know, when you have to go 4 or 5 or just take it out of track day and time attack run, and I think that's at the moment what is growing in Germany.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's here.
I think that's the same here, to be honest. You know, any of the properly modified cars, you can't run them in anything really.
Yeah.
I mean that we've been alright. We've been allowed to go to town with it, to be honest. But there are still certain rules, you know.
You can't run sequential.
Eh?
Not allowed to run sequential.
Yeah, we're not allowed to put a sequential gearbox in it.
Okay. In time attack.
No, in what we use it for.
Okay.
So none of the endurance stuff allows it really over here, does it? And I think a lot of that came down to the fact that when they're racing in the wet, a lot of people were having issues with sequentials, and it was causing quite a lot of carnage and a lot of little injuries and stuff.
Yeah. We fitted sequential gearboxes to the MX-5s because the 6-speed gearbox gives up.
Yeah.
When you
what box do you use to go beyond that?
What, a 6-speed? Or the Quaife?
Is it a Quaife for you?
Yeah, Quaife 60G. But we had tons of issues.
Yeah?
Yeah. Of fitting issues. The good thing is, the guys in the States found it. One guy here in the UK found the issue. They changed anything on the transmission and it was not fitting right anymore. So, but now, I promise, we will have it.
Cool.
So
that'll take more power than a 6-speed.
They say. So we run the 60G on a 380 horsepower NC for 1 year in time attack, and it worked absolutely fine. So
cool.
Why should not handle that?
Yeah. So we had a chat with Quaife at Autosport a couple of years back about this one.
Yeah.
And they just turned around and said we can't guarantee it. We don't think it will do it.
They are they are rating in horsepower, not in torque, which is they say it can handle 400. That's what they say about the 60G.
Yeah. But
we never had an issue on 550 Newton meters, and I really do not like torque in race cars. So there are people that say, well, I love that when the car has 3,500 RPM and 450 Newton meters. I say, let's run a really big turbo, and it kicks in at 4.5, and power goes up to the ref range. And when you shift, because you have 1,200, 1,500 RPM gear change, it's not a matter. So spool isn't that important. Important thing that you that you can drive with the car fast instead of having that hard torque kicking in.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, I don't know, Quaife just didn't, they weren't convinced
Okay.
when we spoke to them. So we've been stuck looking for an option for quite a long time.
Oh, there are some options out there.
Yeah.
So there's Trent
Right.
in Belgium, but at the moment my opinion is Quaife. Yeah, because I think when you have 400 horsepower in an MX-5, it's fast. When it's just a bit lightened.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
When you do some math and you say, okay, we are nearly 2.5 kilos per horse, it should be fast.
Yeah.
So is there still an engine in, or is it out?
There is an engine in there. It does run as well, or it did. We've stripped a few bits off now.
Okay.
But we've got next door, is it? Another one that we're going to be building, hopefully to get it out for next November, but we've missed this year.
Okay.
So.
Is you build the manifold by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the turbo you're running at?
Well, that was it. The whole car was done on the cheapest budget we could do. So we had a budget of about 20 grand to spend.
Okay.
But that had to pay for building the car, all of the spares we were going to need for the first race, and the entry to the first race.
Okay.
So the turbo, we did have to cut corners, and we bought one off eBay.
Okay.
Just to see what would happen.
Okay.
The event that we were racing it in, it's all charity, so it's actually kind of nice to have problems.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So yeah, we thought we'd just buy a cheap turbo and see what happens with it. And weirdly enough, that's been the most reliable part of the car. So it's a TD04.
Okay.
But it's a Volvo fitment.
Okay.
So I think I can't remember what brand it is. But one of the cheap eBay things. Cost us about 200 quid. And yeah, it's putting out quite a comfortable 300 horsepower.
Okay.
So.
And how, see, you get the water from the radiator?
That's the feedback in. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was just us trying something different, to be honest. We've never done it since. We've never done it before that.
Okay.
But it seemed to work.
Cool. Which ECU is fitted?
Sorry?
Which ECU is it fitted?
This one, annoyingly, I wouldn't have used it myself, but it's on a Mega Squirt MS3. Or MS3X, I think. But yeah, it's funny what you get with an endurance car, because when we first built it, it was actually, everything was tidy, do you know what I mean? Everything was sort of alright.
Yeah.
Built in a rush, but it was all okay. And then you get to the circuit and find out there's problems with it.
Yeah, you know that.
And before you know it, you've had the looming bits, and it's just, and it ends up looking like this. But we'll build an engine, we'll tidy it up again, and then go for a race, and 3 hours later it'll look like this again.
So the exhaust comes out on this side directly?
Yeah, it goes down there and runs along the side and out the side.
Oh, okay, cool.
And there was a reason for that as well.
Okay.
So I think we got lucky the first year we raced it, because being November, it was quite cold and horrible. But then we took it on a test day in the middle of the summer, and we found that the exhaust going sort of, you had the fuel tank there, the floor there underneath, and the exhaust between it. Yeah. And we were boiling the fuel tank.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so...
You're a bit lucky.
Yeah, we were quite lucky in a 7-hour race to get to the end of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we decided easier to move the exhaust away from that kind of trapped sort of area.
Cool.
So yeah, that was again another one of those crazy things, because it used to come straight out the back at the middle. Okay. With a big 5-inch bloody dustbin lid. Ridiculous, wasn't it? The old exhaust.
It was not to my taste.
It was fun. It was, I mean, we turned up at a race and I'd set it up on the dyno to create the biggest flames that I could on overrun. Okay. Just because of where we were going. We didn't think we were going to win. Yeah. We had no plans to win. We just wanted to turn up and try and get to the end. Yeah. And make it look spectacular for people that were there. And we managed it. Cool. But yeah, it's
I see an ITB kit over there.
Yeah.
You do lots of ITB fitments here?
We do quite a few. Okay. Yeah. You probably don't want those ones.
Okay, yesterday we were at Genway.
Yeah.
So it was yeah, talk to them was pretty nice. Yeah, we did a couple of years, not to say, but 2 years ago we did more fitments.
Yeah.
With ITBs.
Yeah, we get phases, don't we?
Yeah, phases. You get like turbo builds come in a phase, like everyone will start doing them, and then it'll go back to being everyone on throttle bodies, and then we'll get superchargers.
You know, superchargers are really not any more common.
I don't like supercharged cars.
Neither of us are fans.
But yeah, we definitely see them in phases. Like we'll end up doing, you know, a year where everyone wants a supercharger, and then the year after that everyone wants ITBs, and then the next year everyone wants a turbo. But turbos seem to have won for quite a while, don't they?
Yeah.
They seem to have been like the mainstream, and they're always
there's a lot out there, and they're a lot more affordable,
well.
really. I mean, the throttle body setups work out to be a lot more expensive for a lot less power.
Yeah.
You can do a turbo build on a budget at home. You can't really do that with a throttle body kit so much.
Yeah.
You know, you can go with the sort of GSXR bodies or something like that, but
yeah, it's like but in Germany also turbo builds are Roadtrax builds are. We had lots of Roadtrax builds back in the years, but it's going down hardly.
I don't like the power delivery of the Roadtrax.
You do not like them?
No, just in my head it's kind of, you go for a supercharger to have that massive amount of torque at the end, and you don't get it with them. So you might as well put a turbo in.
But it's just super healthy to the engine.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
so
it is.
You know, torque kills the engine, not power.
Yeah.
So it's not the 300 horsepower, I think, that killed drop.
No,
I think
it's the 450 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was me not putting any overboost protection on and it blowing the vac line off of the actuator.
Oh, okay.
And we had logs of it boosting to 45 psi.
Oh, fuck.
That's what killed it.
Yeah.
4 laps at 45 psi.
weirdly enough, it didn't blow up during that time. It blew up after that happened.
But
when I put the vac line back on.
Yeah, it's quite funny, really.
Yeah, but yeah, what I say that the Roadtrax things are really healthy to the engine.
Yeah.
So. But they
boring. They don't do anything for me. The power delivery is just.
It runs like a natural aspired car.
Yeah.
So you have to like it. There's a cool thing when you have a really high compression engine and you run a Roadtrax to it. It feels cool. So you're thinking about to do a kit for the ND thought because it's highly. Or have lots of high compression ratios, so it could work good. But at the moment, we are fitting Edelbrock superchargers to it, and the BBR turbos works fine.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm not seeing a lot of them Mark 4s.
No, we've had like 2 of them come in since they got released.
Okay.
Like over it, people just they don't spend any money on them.
Okay.
So they just go into BBR because BBR are the name. That is in the UK and doing them.
Yeah.
Problem is the guys who are buying them and the guys have a lot of money and they're not worried about spending the amount of money the BBR will charge them. Whereas, you know, somewhere like us, they're less interested.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I mean, we saw it with the NC.
Yeah.
What was it like? About 10 years before we started getting them in regularly.
Okay.
Yeah, we had every now and then a couple come in. We've mapped a few. I mean, the Ecutech kit, I've had that for 5-6 years, and in the first 3 years of owning that, I'd sold 3 licenses.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I mean, I bought 5, and one of them was on my own car. Another one I kind of dabbled with a friend to make sure it was all right and we could tune the car properly. And then I sold 3 licenses over 3 years, and then this year, I mean, how many have we gone through? Like 50.
Yeah.
It's just gone mad, and it's because they've suddenly got cheap.
Yeah.
So everyone that had a Mark 1 or a Mark 2 back in the day has gone, whoa, hang on, I can buy one of these and throw a turbo on it or whatever.
We may now kit for the car, but we will not fit here because we are left-hand drive, not right-hand. So in our turbo sits in your steering wheel, or in the steering rack. Yeah. But yeah, we do now a turbo kit for them because all the turbo kits out there are way too expensive.
Because that's another thing. In the UK, you can forget about trying to get anything done by anybody.
Yeah.
Like literally, unless you can do it yourself, it just won't happen. Like, it's true. Woo!
That's funny. Yes. And you like it? I mean, I didn't
It made 50 horsepower on the dyno without the supercharger, and it made 55 with it.